And we'll see what they could do. MIBR, I mean, certainly fighting very, very hard to try and take that first map. And they were so close. Just a couple of small mistakes, perhaps. And if they could fix those, maybe they just win it straight up. And now we're on DUST2 instead. Out the middle is Hunter making a lot of noise and causing a huge distraction from the push out long, which is in turn leaving KNG alone. He needed some backup from the people that were at Catwalk, and Hunter is even going to win that fight. I mean, even just staying alive here for Hunter is just amazing and really frustrating. Shooting him in the back, he is an incredible annoyance to them right now. He's continuing, and he's going to get Leo as well. Leaving TRK alone, 1 versus 3. He's already been tagged up. And yeah, Hunter doing everything in this round. Yeah, go for the jump shot. You know you want to. It's going to be Nexa to take it, but that's a nice round.
He's not even stopping. He just runs right through the doors as the flash comes down. Really sick stuff there from G2. A nice, clean, well-executed pistol. Kenny getting tagged, though. That'll put him on notice. Leo Dark holding mid with a scout. Yeah, it's looking like a default round here from G2 in this anti-eco.
I mean, this is all good. Again, you've just reset everything. All the emotions are back down to 0. Don't walk into this round and just get blown up by deagles. Take it slow. Make sure that you get a decent start once you've won the pistol. So I completely appreciate that this is the style that they're going for. And no doubt that MIBR could hit some lethal deagle shots if they need to. And DUST2 is the perfect map for it. So yeah, they have grenades, they have smokes to make those deagles less effective. They're using flashbangs, as you could tell, to clear all the corners here. I just think this is all really a good idea. It could still be a B split potentially if they wanted to change it around. They have that option. KNG waiting for a long time out there. Not making a move at all, but I mean, he probably is the guy to watch. If he could somehow be quick, although, I mean, it's so hard to get the timing right, then maybe that could be interesting to get up Catwalk. But it feels like now they're all grouped up and ready to go. 35 seconds. KNG is starting to make a move. I just don't think it's going to be quite in time. Jumping across. Oh! That is out of this world! TRK taking down Amanek and a follow-up BSM. Oh, they're getting decimated in this round. niko, 1 versus 3. Already a man behind him. He's got 15 seconds. If they just don't fight him, there's nothing he can do. He needs, like, all the fights. And now they got knives. They're coming for him. They're stabbing him. Oh, wow. That is a... All right.
Outrageous.
Listen, niko's laughing as well. I appreciate that. That is good. That is definitely what you need to do in those kind of scenarios. You have to. All right. All right.
And that gives KNG an op. That's big now. AK, Galil, op, FAMAS, and a UMP for MIBR. They are fully kitted out. Luke is going to walk right around the corner into his doom. This is a force buy from G2 after all.
Yeah, scout. If that had been a headshot, it would have been really awkward for MIBR. But at least they bring it back. 4 on 4. So, no, the scouts in there in the middle. They know there was another player there earlier. Probably don't want to be revisiting that mid portion of the map too soon. Limited grenades though on MIBR. Same for G2, but that's kind of to be expected. But this few grenades could be an issue. Kenny's looking for it. He just needs that one quick headshot. Coming out middle as well, about to turn the corner, and they surely are now on impact here, or on contact. They should surely be going out the middle. They are going to be running up. Leo blows up, and that leaves VSM alone. It's a good spray, but that is a long way to transfer that to try and get the kill. And yeah, they don't want to jump across because they're worried about that AWP. I don't blame them. Even the bomb triggered the shot. All right, 2-1-2 retake. They have a kit and an HE, but not much else, and that Molotov didn't really do anything.
That's unfortunate. Beautifully timed, though. Nexa still with the Galil. He's thinking about it. That flash makes you think exactly that he could be holding close. Nexa, point blank headshot, realizes it, gets the spray. It's so close. If either one of them has a real gun, that was a Galil on FAMAS spray battle.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. But
nobody wants to see that.
Man, I mean, he had no idea what the second player was coming from as well. What a close call from Nexa. I think if he, you know, if he wasn't also falling off, right? He jumped down. Oh, they didn't get the ult.
No, that's an expensive missed jump there.
A bit rough. But for G2's point of view, a bomb plant and 4 kills like that, it's going to be tempting to keep up the pressure. Looks like they're not going to completely succumb to it. Might just, yeah, to upgrade some pistols. Fair play. Definitely there are some teams currently in the top 10 that would have bought straight into this round and said, that's great, that's fine, let's keep going. But I'm trying to keep it cool. Bit of a guess there. Oh, that's close. They jumped right over that one as well. But yeah, a bomb in this round, if they could get a bomb plant down, G2 are going to be super happy about that. I don't think much else is really been planned here. Just try and see if you can make that cross happen and get into that site as fast as possible.
They're going to be hard-pressed. Although, now if they can actually get up here, yeah, they should be able to get this bomb plant. There should be enough cover. And so, plants will happen, which is a success for G2. And if niko keeps hitting headshots, niko and Hunter, the team working together. Life just got real interesting for TRK over at long. He's waiting for his teammates to show up. Nice nade coming in from CT. Drops Hunter low, but it's still a man advantage for G2 going into this retake. Nexa spots out Leo. This is happening. G2 looking so good. It's all down to TRK, and he doesn't have any health.
Yeah, that's a long ways to go. Again, I said bomb plant's going to be just fine. The fact that MIBR let this round go, it's so early on, but it is still one of those things where you got to think about what happened on Nuke, right? You can't give too many rounds like this away. You're not going to get them back necessarily, and that is very costly. G2 must be thinking, wow, I mean, fair play. Like, if that's how it's going to go, we can do a lot with this. Look at what it's done with the money of MIBR.
And these pistol shots were just clinical from G2 as well.
Outrageous, absolutely.
That was very, very clean from G2 with these pistols. And so, you give them a chance. They're going to take it. 2-2, and the shot goes in. Kenny was moving at the same time. Not going to be in. Not going to be connecting. niko hits the headshot on KNG though, so there is still a man advantage, and G2 should be getting the idea, getting an idea of what it is that they're going to do. Flash turns away, hits the headshot. It's not good enough. Too much damage. And a man advantage now for MIB.
How come they're all just essentially giving away these rounds that are not even that well equipped for the opposition? VSM going to take down Hunter, and now it's a 2-on-4. Molotov is going to be great, but they still somehow don't quite get the kill. I mean, eventually the Molotov will take down VSM, but leaves Kenny in a 1 versus 3. Now they are a little bit low on health. Scout, did that just only tag him? I don't even know.
Himself.
How does it only do 15 damage though? Confusion all across the board. A minute left. I don't know. It's interesting because both Leo and TRK are kind of low on health. That means that maybe the Tech9 could find something. The problem is obviously how do you traverse this whole map if you're Kenny, not getting killed along the way? First point of contact is right here. Lucas waiting with the AK-47, I believe. I mean, this is, yeah, I think Kenny might have already said, you know what? I'm just going to be saving this orb. Some very confusing rounds, and I was just saying to MIBR, you know, you can't give rounds away, you won't get them back, but apparently you will. It's not even Christmas yet, not even close, similar.
Not even. Although I have heard of a few people putting up Christmas trees already, now that Halloween's passed.
Yeah.
Those are very weird people.
Listen, whatever it takes.
It's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit early, come on.
Yeah, I'm not going to be judging it. I bet people get into...
And so now, well, we're going to get into the thick of things here. You're right, both teams fairly well equipped. Kenny S, he still has that AWP in play. Looking for the shot in mid. Nobody's going to give him one, though. Quickly across towards B. Default hold coming in from MIBR. TRK taking a couple peeks on Catwalk, hoping that there was going to be some quick play there from G2. As he finds nothing, he decides to back off and put himself into a position where he can drop off into CT if he needs to.
TRK just shoulder peeking that. Could be just fine. He's going to wait around, yeah. Make sure that the Molotov actually lands on him and then falls back and takes a single point of damage. That's pretty reasonable. Counter Molotov coming out. Yeah, default spread entirely here out of G2. Haven't made any real commitments yet. KG is again holding long alone. They seem to be fine with having him do that. I mean, that's a decent luxury to have if you can have him, especially far up like this, where he's got to have advanced warning if anyone's coming, and then they could be a little bit more, hopefully, well defended at A and B. See if it's going to be enough this time. Still have some counter grenades on the MIBR side, but not very many. I doubt they will have many for a retake. I think most of them would be used to just try and stop what's coming in the next 40 seconds. Molotov, that's gonna, yeah, force him into that corner. Not enough that it'll actually spread and do damage. He's gonna flash himself out, go straight for the spray down, and he does! Spread the damage out across absolutely everyone, but Lucas cannot find a way to help out. So, I don't know if they even know how... he might not know how much damage he did there. If you can call in and say, listen, I just hit 4 people and killed one of them, that's not bad. There's a counter grenade.
Yeah, that HE is spicy, but there's Hunter getting his head taken off. VSM with 2 big kills. Kenny not going to hit the one, but niko's there making the difference. It's all on Leo, and he knows that he has to go for the defuse. Kenny going for the jiggle peek, and he is going to stick it. No fake! But Kenny hits the headshot instantly. And we're tied up 3-3. It ramps up so quick, Anders. It goes from very quiet in the round to, oh my god, everybody's dying, and it's utter chaos.
That really is how it's been playing out. I was worried that Kenny was going to try and wait for niko to get there, and that would have lost him the round, definitely. So, continues the madness here. 3-3, all tied up, 7th round. Bit of a smoke in the middle just to mask how many people might be crossing. But yeah, back on pistols here on the MIBR side. niko nearly missing the fact that Lucas has made it past, but Amanek was there to help out. And maybe we could have a normal round now. Maybe GG could just win this with the rifles versus the pistols. Wouldn't that be something?
It's absolutely possible. Absolutely. And the rotation's already coming through. As you can see, Leo's pushed upper dark. He's back into T-spawn now. And so, without even realizing it, perhaps G2, well, yeah, they do. They're checking. They're watching for the flank. They're boxed in, and they are now committed to pushing up long towards this A site. Minute 10 on the clock. Plenty of nades for G2 to use to make their lives easier. KNG lurking on the side, looking for an angle. There's Leo, gets the drop on Hunter, out of the fight already. It's a 4-on-4, but up close, we are going to lose one. KNG is out of it, and they are just swarming.
VSM, he's alone. He's done a good job. It's a nice double spray down with the FAMAS, no less. But the grenade on top, and they know exactly where he is. And it will be Kenny to find a way to hunt him down. So, very close. And, yeah, just some really tight rounds coming into it early on here. I mean, that slightly breaks the curse for them, right? Starting to look a little bit better here. 4-3. This time, MIBR are going to have even worse weaponry. They could walk away from this with a little bit of a lead, both economically and in terms of rounds.
It's almost as if 4 players need to be popping off for G2, and then the 5th player just doesn't really get anything. Or doesn't get left anything. I don't know, it's a tough one. Amanek is having a pretty quiet game here, but then the rest of his team are just, you know, going ham. So Hunter with the spot takes KNG. There's niko finding Leo, and just one after another they will fall. MIBR, it's all on TRK. Don't peek Amanek, you just stay alive, although you have the MAC-10. It's still going to be niko with a triple. That's the source of his power on DUST2, is that niko just collects eco frags. 11 kills on the board now for niko.
It counts, doesn't it?
It does. A kill's a kill. You're right. You know, just keep it. Just keep that in mind. Although these days, I mean, pistols being as good as they are.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to value eco frags higher.
A little bit higher, yeah.
9th round. All M4s, no head armor, very few grenades, no kits. MIBR kind of stretching things a bit here to get this buy together. I'm not saying it's necessarily a mistake, but it is pushing it pretty hard on the economy. Half buy with armor and pistols. I mean, that could have still been pretty lethal. Would have had a chance. Again, what worries me about this kind of a buy is that it delays KNG getting the AWP. Unless, of course, they could just take it away from Kenny. Nice shot there to take down niko. Leo will find that one. And now, they can't really hold the B bomb site with one person. Flash is going to be coming through shortly. VSM, he's turned for it. Can't see a single thing. Lucas is there in absolute perfect timing. They would have definitely lost the bomb site quickly, but Lucas, that's an amazing double kill, and the timing could not have been better.
And making use of those new doors.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we can we call them new now? It's been a while, but still. Change of the angle means that he can be safe. He can be safe from flashes as they push through. A little bit of a jiggle peek there from Kenny. He's close enough where he doesn't need to scope, but he's going to go for the peek, play aggressive. Oh, Hunter turns away, still takes down Leo, and a follow-up on KNG. Just can't quite get more than that. TRK gets him on the flank, and Lucas makes sure to save the AWP this time. about to be 4 rounds on the board now for MIBR. They are definitely keeping this competitive.
Man, you could tell that VSM was so dead, and he was just continuously getting flashed. There was really no way for him to turn that around, and then Lucas shows up and is going to get 2 kills for it. That really turned the tide. Yeah, this timing is so good. Look at how they're all focused on him. They're just saying, yeah, we've got him in the corner. Really well played.
Yeah, it's solid.
If he's there like 2 seconds later, they've already killed VSM, and they're going to be looking at that door immediately. All right.
Well, that was interesting.
Kenny playing in the lottery all of a sudden.
Molly's there, and he just makes it out.
You would have loved that. You have to respect the effort, don't you?
Yeah. I always admire it when they play that game with the mollies, just because it is a stylish way to get a kill. In a very frustrating way for your opponent to die. So, doesn't get rewarded this time, niko, but we'll see. You know, kudos for trying. It's a 5-on-5, no opening kills, and it's a minute 18 on the clock. So a little bit of time here for G2. Not quite that time yet for MIBR to be playing for info, but they have left the B side completely unattended. I think that's Leo really wanting to be there to double up with his teammate to lock down mid.
Well, still plenty of time.
Wait, how did Leo take damage there?
I don't know, maybe he stumbled and... I don't know.
Bizarre. Okay.
Fell, hit his head on the pavement. Something, I don't know. But, I mean, I was getting really nervous on Nuke when they were about 40 seconds, but on DUST2, it is not quite the same. You do a lot with 40 seconds on DUST2, so they are just slightly different maps. Still obviously want to be careful, but yeah, they found a good timing here. One good flashbang into this bomb site, and there's going to be no more defense. A bullet is even better, obviously, and VSM, he's in trouble. The fact that he gets 2 is quite a miracle, and they are still... They still have to make a hard choice here. They have 1 flashbang to try and retake with and no kits, and that spotting... Oh, he's not going to get it! That is ridiculous. I don't know how he lives.
2 HP, Anders! 2 health after all of that!
Man.
And that's pretty much snuffed it. There's no money in the bank for MIBR. They are not going to be going for this retake. No room for error on their side. KNG's already backing off and trying to save that AK. Amanek needed that shot. Lucas gifted an AK, and he is backing out of there. It will be Nexa and Kenny S now trying to fight their way out of these the bomb site.
I mean, he must have obviously... What? Did he hit him in the leg?
It clipped through the wood of the arch.
Did it really?
Yeah. This is Amanek opening it up.
That's a really nice hit from Amanek.
Yeah. So let's see. I think we're going to get... Oh, no, we don't get Kenny S's replay there.
That's a very odd engagement, wasn't it?
But we will get a timeout called by MIBR.
All right, then. Well, it's 6-4 in favor of G2 at the moment. Seeing... All right. Laying down the law here. KNG is ready for it. He's had not that much of a good start here to DUST2. He hasn't had the ult that much. He does have it now. And I think if MIBR want to bring this back and win the map, I have a hard time seeing them doing that without KNG having a much, much bigger presence.
Mm-hmm.
Surely that a lot of that is going to have to go through him. More of a team effort on G2. Everyone's more or less at the same scoreline. niko a little bit further ahead, but not so much that it's anything ridiculous. VSM also playing well. We've seen him defend that B bomb site, or at the very least get some good kills every once in a while over there. So that's also helpful. 11th round, though, coming up, and pretty much a standard default setup out from G2. Oh, no. That's the orb.
Oh, he doesn't spot the follow-up, though. TRK posted up there. Flash through. There it is. Lucas was turned away, though. Well played. And once again, BSF was close trying to play it out. Or not BSF. That was Leo, actually, this time around. So a little bit of a change of strategy coming in from MIBR. But still, the 2-player setup in mid, leaving B open. Amanek taking full advantage of this.
Yep. Really smart. Still got to find a way to get over here. I guess the logistics aren't that tricky. They just go back through T-spawn. I thought maybe they were going to get pushed from middle, so I was worried that they were going to get caught in some weird battle. Amanek he's just a very smart player, isn't he?
Yeah, he was having a bit of a cold start on this map too, but now he's made up for the rest of his team. Yeah,
I feel like he's not that there's anything really wrong with his aim, but I but given the company that he's in, it's unlikely that he's going to be, you know, super well known for out-fragging Kenny and Niko, let's say. But I keep seeing him making smart moves like this. That's another, I guess, another angle of competition, a parallel to be played on, and I think he's doing a good job there. Well, VSM showing off his deagle, I guess.
Solid.
No one to shoot, unfortunately, in that sequence, but
do it again.
Give it a shot, definitely. All right, he's hearing the grenades, probably wondering if he's being sandwiched. Regardless of what happens here, it will be a 7th round of the board for G2. I think 7-4 overall in their favor. It's looking good, and it's a problem for MIBR that they are lacking the funds here to.
This is just very confident stuff coming from G2 right now. Looking for the shot. It's Niko just putting through. Oh, and he managed to get a tag on VSM. I thought Kenny was going to get the follow-up. That was so close.
That would have been awkward, especially if VSM was slowed down from that tiny AK shot. That would have been so annoying.
I think VSM stopped in the nick of time. Flash. Whoa, completely ineffective. That certainly, though, that was doing some damage. VSM is going to back off to CT, has to play a bit more of a passive angle.
And that felt like if Niko had pushed it instead of wallbanged it, VSM can't catch it. Great.
They just kill this guy. Just refuses.
They left him alive with 5 health, so let's see if they're going to live to regret it. Could be some sort of Revenant situation.
Exactly.
Falling out of the forest eventually.
Who's the bear on G2, though?
Yeah, they don't really have one like that, do they?
Nah, Niko's working on a beard.
Yeah, are there bears in Serbia? Must be, right? So, there we go. 45 seconds, again, plenty of time. I think this is just a little bit of a trick. I don't think they're actually going for this. Looks way more like a B-split at the moment. But setting it up with a little bit of noise, jumping down, and there's the 5 health left on VSM. He nearly gets another one. So yes, he did get his just revenge. And Leo, get a bit quiet here. He's got the AUG. Oh, there's so many targets coming at him. And KNG, wild guess, not connecting, and a hard choice. Do you want to throw away these rifles for a very slim chance of retaking the bomb site?
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tilt-worthy there. VSM just letting them know that he only had 5 HP left. Hunter asked, of course. VSM isn't just throwing that out there unasked. But.
Oh, no. TRK, what are you supposed to do? Amanek, if he goes back and check, this is always going to be off. He's making noise.
The footsteps.
Maybe he didn't. TRK gets the kill on Kenny, and now Nexa feeling a little bit lonesome. He's going to miss the spray, and now Amanek coming in. They do have a kit on KNG, so he should be straight on that defuse, and it's a little bit blocked in there. What are they doing standing on top of each other? That slows it down, and then the spray comes in. Oh, no. MIB. Real friendly, someone.
Oh, that is so insane.
You take this defuse.
No, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I got you. Still, that is just the most insane break that I think G2 have had all series long.
Yeah, that is, I guess one of the issues is that it was KNG with the AWP that had the kit, and they would have probably loved to have held that angle with the AWP instead. So maybe there's like a minute of, or 10 seconds of like, who's doing what? Not at all 10 seconds.
What?
That's nasty, isn't it? Oh, no! I can't believe it. I'm always shocked when people get the follow-up bullet when they just click it twice like that and it just connects.
That's unreal. Well, this is. I mean, the thing is that's just sick. It's not like, oh, we got a freebie or whatever. No, that was just insane from KNG. Oh, I like this from Amanek. This is gonna catch GSM. He needs to be in position to spot it though. Amanek low, or slow rather.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little kill. But now there are actually a lot of people here, and another deagle shot. So far, nobody's died on MIBR's side. So forget, you know, the fact that they lost that last round to Amanek. If they can bring this one back, it'll probably feel all right for them, especially if they can find some of the weapons. That's probably, I think, what they're doing in the middle now. They're saying, you know, whatever happens, let's go and get these rifles so that we can carry them into the next round.
Yeah. You're going to get an AWP over there. You get another AK picked up. That's KNG getting his AWP. This is just an insane round for MIBR.
Next, go for the plant. Go for it right now. Just go quick. he has, it is like I don't know, 1 in 1,000 chance, and it's mostly the grenades, right? He's got HE and some smokes and everything else. Yeah, smoke that up. If they're all coming catwalk, that could be a little bit tricky. 2 high health players leading the charge, so that's not going to do anything. The Molotov behind it. Now, they don't have a kit. It's not impossible that he could win this 1-on-5, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, those are rare in Counter-Strike, no matter what the circumstances are. Oh, and they straight headshot him. Oh, I mean, it's not even that stupid. He actually has to do something to keep them at bay, right? He can't just hide forever, so it would have made sense for him to sneak in 1 more kill, but that was super doable. That was absolutely something that he could have done. Nice attempt there coming out, but MIB obviously huge relief for them winning the round, stealing the 3 AKs and the AWP.
What a round from KNG. Somebody give that guy a pat on the back. That was unreal. I mean, those 2 Deagle shots are just, this just ruined the entire round for G2.
Yeah.
And this one here. What the? It's nuts.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, these Deagles, man. These Deagles just making all the difference.
I just feel like it's so tricky to fire that second bullet. Like, I fire 1 bullet and I go and put something in the microwave and I come back. Wait for the recoil to reset and I try again.
Yeah, sounds about right. Us mere mortals. Ah, well, I mean, you just gotta shake it off if you're G2, but that's just made your life so much more difficult for the remainder of this half, because now that's a revitalized economy for MIBR. Even if they lose this round, now they will have a bye round in the next.
That is very true.
Yeah, whereas before it would have been a bit touch and go.
But this whole second map has been all over the place. It's really just been a complete chaotic scenario so far. Down in the lower dark position is Hunter alone. He could be collapsed upon here, especially if he goes to fight. It actually looks like they want to try and push this. He's in a good position. He said he's going to get 1 kill. Ready for more if anyone's going to show up. Big double. What an enormous amount of work he's just put in. He gets the last one as well, taking down Lucas. He's done everything, just a 1-man army inside of middle. And I don't know, KNG's low on health. He gets a leg shot on Kenny, but the rest are bailing from the position. Grenade, I think it's going to go too far. Doesn't do enough there, and the Deagle won't connect either. TRK goes down to the middle, and there should be no way that they could lose this to KNG. Just almost no way at all.
He's going to make it past. He's going to make it past that smoke. Nice the angle, though. Hits the shot.
Wow.
Just like that.
More crazy rounds. Hunter is, yeah, his team owe him something for that round.
So super quick, and this is, once that push begins, you can see MIBR trying to just be proactive and get in there fast. But yeah, this third one here from Hunter is bonkers.
But it's even the fact that he's, after every kill, he turns to look immediately. He's so ready for them peeking. He's absolutely switched on. Good stuff. 15th round, last of the half coming up. And no connection there. There is an orb on the other side on KNG. And are they going to try and push? Yes, they will. They're making so much noise. Amanek's just like, well, fine. You're just going to be stepping right in there. I'm ready. Thunder footing away, as Corey Dunn would have said.
Indeed. But it's a 4-on-4. This still favors G2. You can see the spread coming in here from MIBR. Bit of a gamble from MIBR, though. They are leaving A fairly vulnerable. Rotation comes in from Lucas into mid, and you have 2 players on B side. It's only going to be TRK on A, and G2 are about to walk into him. Angle, no, niko checks it, wins the duel versus Lucas. Has no idea, though, that KNG is lurking on the other side of that smoke.
Wow.
But a minute, I mean, the thing is that G2 have left themselves ample time.
Yes.
It's not like this is down to 20 seconds and you have to make a split decision. Now it is very much a doable situation here for G2.
Oh, I wish he would fall back here, VSM. If he falls back, then KNG can actually get to him in time to help. If he's that up close and he dies, there's no chance that KNG can get there. Nice sneak in. It's Amanek. He's been opening up the speed bomb site so much. It's really impressive. Now, don't do this, though. Goes down to KNG. It's going to be a smoke thrown from inside. Obviously, a slightly new feature to DUST2. KNG pushing through. He'll take the kill. He's so ready for more. And he's going to... But I think it's fine. Is there going to be P250? Anyone? No, there won't be.
No raid boss.
Beep, beep. Ooh, wow.
Just bullets.
Holy hell.
Kenny Esper paying KNG right off the bat in this round, and there are going to be 3 players here ready to react for G2 very quickly. Amanek is going to find the first opening kill as this push comes through. Hunter wants one of his own, and total and utter annihilation on the B site. Yeah, they took no damage. A flawless pistol round for G2.
There can't be a worse way to start a rush where your sort of mid-distraction, you know, player gets just essentially disintegrated by Kenny. He's just gone.
Oh, and Kenny even shows up for the flank. That's so nasty.
Wow. Didn't even notice.
Flawless. Impeccable start to the second half, and G2 get on to 10 rounds after all. So,
oh, that's a problem, though.
Hard eco coming in here from MIBR as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a conversation maybe as they're messing around. Yeah, I mean, this puts G2 6 rounds away from taking the series, obviously. So things are getting real interesting. And they are facing off against Astralis, I believe, in the next match. Is that? Am I wrong? Am I right? I want to say I'm right. I prefer being right. So
yeah, winner goes on against Astralis, which you know, the community in their predictions have predicted MIBR for both of those. So community predictions are definitely all aboard the MIBR trade.
No offense to the community, but the only thing that matters now is what Scrawny's been picking, isn't it? He's somehow made it.
Scrawny's on point.
He's made it to the top of the board. Our Canadian friend. One of them?
Yeah, because Launders.
It's also Canadian.
Launders predicted MIBR, I think, and got bopped, and Scrawny didn't. I think that's the one. That was the one that made the difference.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, you know, Scrawny. Oh, yeah.
Well,
don't get too close.
Keeping the chair strong or something like that. Oh, that would have been cool, but Kenny's turned back around the corner. So, nice idea. I just couldn't quite catch him. 18th round here, and so much is riding on this here for MIBR. Again, gotta turn this around. Gotta get that gun out of Kenny's hands and make sure that the bank of G2 gets broken. They are pretty quick. They were just in lower dark, and now they're already up here. Try and contrast this with how G2 are playing it on the T side and how much lower they would leave this on the clock. But they're going to be shooting Kenny in the back. He's almost certainly dead. I don't know how he would possibly make it out from here. He has no idea that they've made it away up this far. Yep, one tap, and that's a disaster. Nexus holding this with an MP5 against 2 AKs, and he will get traded right away. So 3-on-3. Tough retake coming in here for sure. I mean, look at how far away they are.
Can they get into long in order to get that AWP back is my one question here.
I guess from Kenny's point of view, he's thinking they're surely not going to be going catwalk without throwing any grenades.
But that's the gamble, isn't it? You're just, you know, the gamble is that they don't go cat.
Or at least if they do right, they throw smokes and flashes so that you're like, all right, cool. Thanks, guys, I know. People don't often think about that, but I guess, you know, all of those grenades do also work as, you know, alarm bells for the other team so that something's going on. So.
Well, that's an AWP picked up for free here for MIBR. Key round for them in this second half. And G2 are going to... Well, Hunter could drop an AWP for Kenny. He's got money in the bank for it. And yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So Kenny's going to get the big green gun again.
And KNG's the long spawn, so... He might just want to try and run straight for it. And in a round like that they just won, I mean, he could even hope that they don't have all the grenades that they would want to try and throw that corner. It looks like they kind of do, but, you know, he could be under the impression that maybe that's not going to be the case. Flash out and counter flash, and there's just not going to be much of a fight out there.
Yeah, they went for a counter catwalk boost instead, G2. So getting Kenny up here very soon, very quick. DSM. I mean, right now it's looking like they want to go for some kind of collapse. Mid on G2. Had Kenny found a target, it would have got interesting real quick. Instead, it's going to be the long push coming in here from MIBR at this moment.
I mean, with enough smokes and flashes, if they can just get across and put the bomb down, as long as they control long, it's all fine. For all they can, G2 can keep catwalk and CT spawn. Nexa almost caught shuffling with the rifles there. That's dangerous. A nice double kill for him before finally KNG could take him out. niko with the FAMAS at range, but they lose VSM in the middle, so now they can focus on holding the bomb site. And actually, they should really be taking a deep breath here, G2, and not fighting too much. Ooh, Maybe would have been cool if he could have somehow landed a shot there, but 2 on 3 and swinging out from KNG. He turns around at the perfect time to pick up that kill. That is so important. And now with a Molotov to hold them back, they're going to be pushing through. And Leo gets a headshot on Kenny. In the meantime, it's on MNEK. 1 versus 2 to try and hold on to this. And he's going to be jumping a little bit. Flash out. He's going to go straight for it. And KNG, a quad kill to save his team. Oh, and Goku is loving it. That is... I think all the way through that round, MIBR were fighting at a disadvantage, essentially. It's just so close. Well played here.
So surprised. Yeah, some clear frustration there from Hunter. What is going on? An earthquake?
Yeah, it is. Man, the Brazilian epicenter.
Yeah, it happens to be in Belgrade.
It's really interesting. Well, they have 1 HE grenade on Nexa. Would have to be the best HE of all time to turn the outcome of this round, I reckon. They are set up. Taking the fight out in the open. This is a little bit too bold. niko even lands that one on KNG. I get it, like, you know, you're not showing any fear, but at the same time, there were a lot of people taking that fight. Hunter and MNEK are low on health, and I don't know.
And they can't recover anything either.
No, but one mistake here. I mean, TRK, they're already coming for him. He's right around the corner, and they do actually line up. And this is kind of good for MIBR, actually. Instead of just going straight to the bomb plant, like rushing in to get that, they actually did try and spend some time making sure that they could play it safe. MNEK, I wish he could get something, but he just can't find any gun to take that fight with, and it'll be a one-on-one at the end. But that is still a very good round out of G2, and I think some very important lessons hopefully being learned by MIBR on that round. Never do that again. It's fine to swing without the smokes, by the way. That's not necessarily the problem. I mean, I know the common default setup is double smoke and cross. You don't have to do that. It's fine to do, but don't crouch all the way into the middle of the lane and just sit down and say, here we go. Oh, God. There is a real party going on over at the MIBR fan cam section.
There's the wave.
They're all in.
They're all in. It's there. All right. Matic doing a bit of talking right now.
With his hands, too. Chop them. Karate chop. Much more animated.
Much more hands, too. You know, he's got both hands. He's not skimping. He's not messing around with a pen.
Oh, man. It's so good to watch.
Countdown's done, though, Anders. 11-9, G2 in the lead on the CT side, but...
I picked G2 to win this. I partly want MIBR to win just to see the madness continue. It's so much fun.
Exactly. And Train, I think, is their third map. So that will be really good. Good opping map. I mean, just plenty of opportunity.
I'd love to see both these teams on Train at the moment, actually. KNG, look at this again. Just absolutely no fear, but he misses the chance. He built that up perfectly. That is definitely a shot to G2. They're like, wait, he's already in middle. But yeah, you only get that one chance. They're still going to go for it. It seems niko going to try and help out, putting up a grenade there, and the spray is so good, taking down Leo. And yet that's niko's smoke in the door there. So that's also a good little detail for niko, just helping out where he can.
And they clear out mid. They retake it as well. So now G2 can just stabilize. They've used a lot of their utility. Minute 10 on the clock.
They might have no smokes. They can't. I mean, they can't block off the door or anything. This is a huge problem.
They just need to stay alive here. G2, there's the spot. Only saw the one, and he makes it out. Lucas, 30 HP, and KNG crouch peeking his way around the corner, takes down niko, and that opens up a push towards A if they want it. Kenny's holding solo on the site.
I think just pretending. Flash is there, but they're not hearing any steps. They would have loved to have heard someone running through middle here, but G2 also playing this one really smartly. Ooh. And again, the fact that there are no smokes means once you cross into the B bomb site, you're so vulnerable from the doors when they're aligned this way. Let's see.
Oh, they're committing to mid, aren't they? This is going to turn into a retake scenario. You need to get the kill on KNG. If he takes one of you down here, it's a big problem. But they do get the drop on him, and now MNEK is going to spot them moving onto the site. Hunter and MNEK working together. Big spray coming through, and MNEK collecting the last one. 3 survive for G2, and AK picked up as well by MNEK.
Yeah, that was at least in part a grenade problem for MIBR. Hard and it was a tricky scenario to try and solve. Again, I just do want to point out again that, you know, what KNG puts on himself in that round, he's basically saying, you guys go and take up a dark, I will be in the middle alone with an AWP. I mean, that is slightly mad, you know. One missed shot. I mean, he didn't even see them this time, but again, the fear is not something that's really part of his playstyle, and I think that is the best kind of Counter-Strike. It is the most fun to watch. Here we go, charging up onto the catwalk, and this is a very, very important round for them. If they could somehow turn this, it would be amazing. niko, though, tapping. This is what he's very, very good at. He's tagged up Kenny a bit. Another tag coming in, and now niko's low on health. A grenade will land on top of them. Bomb is being planted, and actually, maybe not after all. And that was a shot from Kenny to drop TRK as he was in the middle of that plant, so a little bit awkward.
Bomb should be getting planted now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, playing with fire. Just stick the plant, Lucas.
Yeah. That $800 bonus doesn't seem like a lot, but right now, everything you can get. It's very likely going to be in 13 rounds here. It's VSM with the 1 kill. Still a 2-1-3. And Lucas falling back. He's got 8 kills so far, so he's been struggling a bit in this game, but as we said yesterday, if you can just find that one round where you can have an impact, that is absolutely all that is needed. 40 seconds and the bomb's still not planted. They're so nervous about doing it. Finally, going to be coming through, and let's see what they've got here. 2-on-3 is definitely favoring G2 in a big way. But it can change real quick. VSM ducking down, avoiding the headshot for a second. And now Lucas, good tap on one, but yeah, they're going to be peeking it exactly at the same time. Great coordination there at the end. 13-9 now, favoring G2. But that's actually still a very important round here for MIBR.
They save Kenny as AWP as well, so
yeah,
that's a big one.
But 3 kills and a bomb plant, they're going to be, should be feeling a little bit better about it. Oh, it's awful they can't buy in this round, though.
No, they had spent that last round, of course. So they'd spent everything. I mean, it just means that if they manage their economy this round, they will have a very strong buy in the next. But then at that point, your back's to the wall. G2 will be up at 14 rounds, 2 rounds away from taking the series. So that's exactly what MIBR are going to go for. They've had the Deagles. They've had success with the Deagles as well. So let's see. VSM early. Not this time. Kenny has the shots.
Kenny's having none of it any longer.
He's getting fancy.
But this time it worked. More flashes coming out all the time.
Oh, and the HE. Oh, that's so sick. I love those details. You want that AWP? Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked.
Oh, you could see them looking down on the ground.
It's like dejected.
But there was an AWP.
Oh, that's so funny.
It actually is just a very good idea. Don't give that to KNG. He was out looking for it. Not going to get anything. All right.
Eagles are just lethal, though. It's actually how crazy how good the pros are getting with these ops or these Deagles. But now there's the AWP. Now the big round that MIBR have now been saving for.
You just feel the tension. MIBR, it feels like they're all the time, and they're almost getting this up and running. They're almost connecting enough of the dots that they can, you know, string together rounds. There is money on G2's side, but it's not overwhelming. If MIBR win 2 in a row here, then they get a third one for free, and suddenly it's 14-12. So, like, that's the kind of mentality they have to be thinking about right now, or the kind of mindset that they have to try and install here on everyone on the team. 2 in a row, get the third, and then we're right back in the game and we're fighting for it. A little bit of aggression coming out here from the G2 side. I mean, not sacrificing himself in any way. But even this I like from, you know, just even showing yourself is sometimes enough that you're going to be, that immediately forces a Molotov out, right? And they don't have enough money to be throwing Molotovs around, so. Oh, Leo with 1 kill though. Kenny, he actually tags him through. Now it gets real interesting. niko, yeah, he's been waiting for that for a while. Does overstep the line. He was going to get back, but he didn't. 3 versus 4 now. 45 seconds. Look at who's pushing up a dark in the meantime. Amanek, again, I said earlier, I think he just is a smart player. And this is one of those things. He's taking it upon himself and allowing his 2 teammates to group up. Now they just need timing and, well, wait a minute. Oh, KNG loses that fight. I thought he would have had that. Nexa back in effect again. 2-on-2.
But they have no smokes. It's all TRK right now. Oh, this is big! Amina getting caught in mid after all of that lurking. They know exactly where Nexa is as well. The game is up. Nexa needs to hit the shot, and it's just not going to happen.
Wow.
That is going to be a painful loss there for G2. That round really feels like it should have been theirs.
That would have been, see, this would have been a round that would have been very interesting to do the mic'd up type thing for, you know, assuming that it doesn't reveal anything incriminating for G2. But I wonder why Amanek was that quick. Again, there's no bomb plant. His teammate wasn't immediately under fire. So it could just be a communication call, right? Where someone is saying, well, hold on, I think he's out there. Go get him right now.
It could also be sense because the thing is, we can't see everywhere at once, right? But after enough rounds on this side, he's going to be figuring out tendencies of, you know, do they usually make noise in upper dark? Are they throwing certain nades in upper dark? Are they, you know, these sorts of things start to build up. And Amanek, he's just going to have a sixth sense after that, where he's probably getting a read.
Yeah, but I mean, like when he pushed down the middle there in the 2-on-2 at the end, right?
Yeah.
I wonder, because I don't mind that he kept pushing, but he ran, and that made it so obvious. So I wonder if someone made a call, basically telling him it's right now. You got to go.
Sure.
Leo goes down to Nexa, 4-on-4, and MIBR. Actually thought maybe G could do goodbye in this round, but I guess they didn't. So might have been slightly wrong on the math. Good shot. Get some teammates over here, KNG. Like this is the point in time where MIBR really need the discipline. Stay together now. Don't give up individual kills. Don't let them have a rifle. These are all super standard things that MIBR must be able to do in this position. TRK might very well win this fight, but if he somehow doesn't and they get an AK and bring it back, that is just a nightmare. Yeah. So for him winning that fight gives them what, like 100th of a point or something like that. But losing the AK would give a lot of more firepower over to G2. So the risk reward is absolutely not worth it when you're thinking about it that way. They're gonna get the bomb plant down, and it seems like things are sort of stabilizing a little bit. I would say I would prefer if MIBR had played this round differently, at least once they got the early kills there. I don't like this solo style at all.
It's that pug style, right? Pug life, because you're just going to win all your duels.
Yeah, and again, when you do it, it sort of seems like it's nothing. You're like, all right, whatever, fine. But start losing stuff like this.
That's big.
Prophecy has been fulfilled.
Because now niko, well, this is, again, granted, Amanek has to survive. Not going to be easy by any stretch, especially if he's here. Oh, hits that shot, spots him out. Yep, saw him.
Definitely don't.
Doesn't even need to peek. Not a chance for Lucas to get in here, and that saves the AWP. So niko now gets a full buy.
So if I knew how to dance,
go for double AWP as well.
I would do that. I told you so dance, but you know.
Did they go double off? No, okay, rifles.
I could.
No, yeah, I thought niko, if anybody, niko had 7 grand, so I was wondering, is that something that they just pull out of the hat, double AWP, try and get that lockdown going on CT side, but it's just going to be a full buy instead. Kenny gets that AWP.
Listen, fair play. MIB obviously win it. I know maybe it sounded like, you know, it was a complete wash, but it's just so dangerous to give those things away, right? Hunter, nice timing, taking down KNG. That's a loss early on here. MIBR at 14-11.
He was the one with the utility too.
Yeah.
Everybody else is freaking broke. They've got no nades.
Well, they must. Could they go pick it up? I mean, it was right there, wasn't it? I feel like he was. Leo, was it just a flashbang that he had? Did he have more than that?
I think VSM picked up the smoke off of KNG, but still, I mean.
All right. The grenades have gone regardless. They're not here anymore. They did pick up the AWP. Leo is currently transporting that somewhere over the long, I guess. Man, everything is really on this. They spent all of their money here, MIBR, in this round. If they lose it, it's going to be series point for G2, and they're going to have a hard time finding their way back. First order of business has to be taking long and winning that fight, really with no casualties against Nexa. And he's been very hard to take out. Nexa keeps getting double kills just left and right. If he does it again here, it might almost be game. He's set up for it, and they don't quite check that deep. Lucas goes down, and now the problem is the orb is stuck out there. And 35 seconds, they can wait this out. Amanek, quick to return. VSM down. And yeah, certainly going to be 15 rounds now. Again, there's nothing, I mean, it's not even a question of skill or anything. It's the time that was left. Never going to happen. 15-11. G2 a round away from facing off against Astralis in a best-of-3 a little bit later in the evening, which will also be an amazing game, which will be covered by Scrawny and Launders.
Indeed it will. not going to call it before it's done. But yeah, this is fantastic. Look at how consistent they are across the board, G2 as well. You know, almost everybody at 20 frags. It's only Kenny who's lagging behind. And even then, he's only at 17. So I mean, this is the G2 that's going to be very, very tough to beat.
How cool is this?
Yeah. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Point blank picks it up, and then Hunter. You're holding your breath there. Yep, Leo gets him. You're just like, he's got to die. He can't live through that.
Oh man, it's not done yet. That's the bomb found by Amanek. Now a 2-on-2. The fact that Kenny stuck around also bought so much time for Hunter to not get shot in the back. So there are just so many things happening in that engagement. Complete chaos all across from G2 just being very aggressive. Now Amanek is pushed all the way back. Instead of holding the bomb, VSM seems to know it, and he looks away, and VSM will get the kill. Oh my god. He actually probably would have had a big advantage in that fight. And now the question is, can they find a way to defeat Kenny at the moment here in middle? He's got the right lineup. Knife out. Is he lost his mind? He's going to go for the fight, and he almost gets the kill. Both are on the other side. A single missed bullet here, and I think Kenny's going to be done for. The smoke, he's still pushing forward. They're waiting for him, and they will execute him. And MIBR make it out of the round. They're still in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. 15-12.
Can't take him lightly. Should be a half fight coming in from G2. Leo and VSM, between the two of them, they get all 5 kills. Just talk about saving the team there. MIBR, that was a sick shot from Leo. This is just, you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes, Amanek. You know, the timing just does not work, and he looks away just as... I agree with you. I think he has the advantage there. Although he was, I mean, obviously VSM was aware that somebody could be in spawn. It's still, if you're watching, then it's anybody's game. At that time, it was just a freebie. But yeah, pretty hard ego coming in here from G2.
Oh, it's so interesting. The timing here is really something. G2, though, they have money in the bank enough that, you know, they're not going to be put that much under pressure. It'll suck to give him a 13th round, but they'll still be able to get a decent buy before we reach overtime, potentially. We had that on the first map. You got to appreciate that while G2 have just added niko, MIBR is essentially a new lineup, and they're just going toe-to-toe with all the teams right now. It's so cool to watch. niko getting dropped low, Nexa getting taken out, and they are staying grouped up, except for Leo, but I think maybe this is fine. He does go down, but the fact that the rest of them were together, it still makes me a little bit happy. Oh no. Kenny also taking down Lucas, and that's the bomb in the middle. Still got 50 seconds, but surely they're not letting this go somewhere. I'm looking at you, please.
It's always possible, Anders. We've seen crazier things happen in the past. Oh, that's it. Nice repeat. Kenji's not going to miss that chance.
At least I at least want them to go out with a bang, right? Not picked off one at a time. Right. It's all good. It's all been brought back. Now just looking to make sure that Kenny doesn't get anything in the middle here, which makes a lot of sense. They found him. VSM not afraid to fight. He'll find a 3rd kill. And a 13, maybe a little bit too little room, basically, to make this work. But it's not impossible. This one might be the one that really decides, at least if we go into overtime or not. All about the weaponry on G2 at the moment. Running out Lucas in the corner. I don't know if they heard him or not, but he has got almost no backup here. It could still be fine if he's just going to be distracting 2 or 3 people. He's 3rd one being brought in. If they knew, they would immediately execute on that B-bomb side, but they obviously don't. So for now, they're just stuck listening for more information, and they're actually bringing more people over here. Falling back, though, from that position at long was niko. I think he's back up at catwalk. Grenade, he's got it primed. He's just thinking about when to throw it. Could be essentially right on top of 2 people. Yeah, grenade, or the flash will give him the clue. Yeah, and that would definitely work. Oh! Well,
awkward spot there for Nexa, though. HE going to slow things down, and that's creating an opening here. Kenny, yes. KNG's got that angle. Nexa burns alive. It's a man advantage for MIBR.
Yeah, Nexa going down. That's big news. niko up here, though. 3-on-3. They're all out long. They do have smokes, and a nice shot there from KNG. He is so reliable. Whenever they need him, he just always shows up for it. And yeah, those smokes are so important. Now, Hunter is coming in from behind. And he's got the M4A1. Actually, that's one of the few times where this weapon is going to be really interesting. If you get... Are they checking for him? All I'm saying is if they get shot at the back, it's a little bit harder to watch for, but it doesn't matter. KNG is everywhere. killing everything at the moment. Nice triple on him. A little bit of a jump there with the FAMAS, but Amanek slowly being pushed back, and TRK will take him down. 14, 15, and look at the money on G2. We could really go the distance here.
This is definitely possible. Now, what's the buy look like for G2? It's almost at 2.8, 2.7 across the board. It's just going to be nasty. KNG, you're right, though, is Mr. Consistent right now. This bait that he had set up.
It's wild.
The hype. It's just so real.
Could someone should take all of these and build like those anime animations, like Dragon Ball Z or something, whatever it like.
KNG does look like he's powering up every time. It's crazy.
Someone could, if someone could do that, it'd make me very excited.
Also, how do they have voices left after these matches? That's another thing that I'm not getting. I'm impressed.
You know what? They're just built that way.
That's a
like
vocal stand.
Somehow that was like an excellent flashbang, wasn't it?
That almost looked intentional.
Yeah, for the other position.
Yeah, it almost looked intentional. I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Just pretend like that was the plan and keep going. No one will know. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 30th round. Very sketchy weaponry on G2, but this whole map has been about basically winning odd rounds that you shouldn't be winning, and it could happen again. A little bit of a shoulder peek with the scout. Kenny is still here. They've been Molotoving this position almost every single time they've gone here. This time they're a little bit hesitant. No, there it is. Behind him, forcing him into it. That is so cool. They herded him, and they don't have a dog to do it. I don't know if anyone's ever been herding animals with fire.
Well, this is essentially all the firepower that's dropping out now. Amanek is still hanging around here. He's finally going to back off. VSM, oh, nicely done there by niko. Hunter gets in as well. All out! TRK survives with 5 health.
How does he even get any damage on him at all? This is actually doable. What a heartbreak it would be. 2-on-3. Hunter setting up the Molotov. It's going to be way too far. Not going to do anything. Another one on top of the site. So yeah, that's a lot of fire, but really no effect behind it. Hunter and Amanek to try and hold on to this and win it in regulation. And the first kill comes through. It's a good start, but KNG once again taking down one of them, and now Amanek alone. 1 versus 2. And he's just been spotted, and TRK low on health. It doesn't matter. It is overtime. Oh, we're getting it. Look at TRK, KNG, and VSM all at 24 kills.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's not like Lucas and Leo haven't had their moments either.
Oh,
These guys across the board. More kills for G2 total, and you can see G2 right now. They know, again, it's back-to-back. And this is what's keeping them from, really ascending into the dominant, into that dominant sphere, right? Where you are a team that wins tournaments. Is that if you are a dominant team, when you get ahead like this, you don't let your opponents back in. You crush them. You just end the map. And this is the second time now where G2 have let it slip through their fingers and allowed MIBR to take us to overtime.
Here's something to really think about, right? That's 2 maps, both of them going to overtime. If they end up in a third, remember, the team that wins here has to play again against Astralis in a new best of 3. So there is a level of fatigue here that's just going to be such an interesting feature of this kind of a setup. But here we are. Overtime it is. 13 to 19 rounds. Starting money is 10K, so the CT side has to be a bit worried. It looks like they want to push straight through. That was an attempt at pure timing coming out. I think that's a very, very cool idea, but it didn't work out this time. But that is that's slightly unorthodox coming out from MIBR.
Maybe hoping that it was a double man holding on slope kind of scenario where you could just get a guy out onto the site itself.
Oh, there are 10 different ways in which you can definitely get that kill, right?
So, tough break for MIBR. I like it. It's a creative play, just doesn't pan out this time. And that kind of puts them behind here in this round. KNG using a smoke to create a little bit more space for himself, and nicely done there. That was so close. Ooh. Yeah, way too close. niko just barely able to get around the corner. Hunter, however, the smoke cuts both ways. Hunter is now right on the edge, and if there's a footstep, there it is. niko drops TRK. That's the bomb in CT. Hunter comes blazing through. 2-man advantage now for G2 in this key round.
Did they just try to split A through CT spawn? I mean, it's
a thing.
I've seen it maybe like 3 times ever. It's really hard to do. And I mean, I think the main power of it is just that it's so unlikely to happen that it'll actually be really hard for the CT side to even call what's going on. But that all goes away when niko's just there watching them, right? So they actually lost the first 2 kills in this round due to walking through smoke, right, over at B, and then it's time for niko. So that's hard to deal with.
Now though, well, I mean, T-side should always have money to buy. If they get a bomb plant, this round in MIBR, they should have money to buy in the next round, no problem. But that is such an important round that 4 players survive like that. 4G2 just made their lives so much easier in this first half of overtime. Shouldn't have as much worry about the money. Demonet.
Let's see. Bomb is all the way out long. This is setting up a... No, well, you could set up a smoke from here that lands in CT spawn for a B split. One of my favorite smokes that's somehow gone quite far out of the meta, but it's cool because it's airborne so long that you could do a bunch of more things when that smoke is still sort of traveling and landing and all the rest of it. But none of that. Very common setup. Pushing over dark. But he's fallen back instead. It's a nice grenade.
Not a double this time, though.
Not yet.
Haven't carpet.
Yeah, that from earlier looked like just a surgical strike. Which is sort of an oxymoron in many ways, but this one worked. Smoke goes up, 50 seconds. It looks like a counter smoke just for the lip of that catwalk. Oh, it's dangerous. Just you want to hold your breath now.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it, but they have one down the middle, and that is super important. Leo has to stay alive. KNG going down. Okay, with a kill, sorry, on Nico. He's falling a little bit back here, Kenny. He's actually a little bit lonesome at the moment. He'll pick up the 1 kill. Nearly getting the headshot. That's not far away. 20 seconds. Cool flashbang, banking it off, trying for the no-scope, but MIBR are back in the round. And now Nexus going to get dropped. It's a double for Leo, and it's a double for KNG. And look at the effect here. Those 2 bodies there on the ground in CT spawn, that was Leo coming in with a great flank. Amazing play.
That's a tough one from Niko, man.
Yeah.
That's where it's like you're trying to force it. He was so late behind that flash, and it's in that moment where you're like, oh, I'm late, but I'm, maybe, I can go. No, the answer is no. If you miss that timing, that's what you just get smacked.
All right. 16-16. Amanek out of the round. It's a feature that everyone loves to hate about DUST2, but Kenny is somehow so quick. Hunter showing up in the window, and TRK will just immediately evict him from that bomb site. 3 versus 4 now instead. And Kenny S, he's got the right idea, but he gives up on it, just second-guessing himself. And this could well be one of the really critical rounds. This could be what brings MIBR to that 3rd map. We'll see Nexa being flashed in, but that is never going to work, and neither will the follow-up here. Niko in a 1 versus 4. It looks like MIBR are about to be 2 rounds away from taking it. 17-16 at the moment. They're really doing a good job.
Oh, man. It's just a
never-ending chairs in the background.
Yeah, they're just knocking everything over. It's completely out of control over there. Niko doing a bit of talking right now. He said he was done being an in-game leader, Anders.
I'm sure he's just saying, let's go, guys. I want this to end with MIBR being so hyped that the police just show up. Like, that's the last scene we get. They're all jumping and the police are like...
Dude, that LAN cafe's got to be popping, though. 'Cause, I mean, it feels like every CS team that's been traveling from NA, and even some Europeans were over there, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just got to be the spot right now. If you're a CS fan, you're just camping out there.
Hope it is. DSM... I don't know which one of those 2. One of them, or maybe both, lucky to be alive.
By no means is this over for G2, though.
Oh, no.
They had a strong T side. They can also, I mean, if they win this round, look at this double AWP. This is just an insanely expensive round from MIBR. If they lose this MIBR, they're going to be very tight on money.
It's an interesting play. I don't think we saw that from them in regulation. Even when they had the chance, I don't think they did it, really.
No.
So, I don't know much about VSM's opening skills. KNG's out long again. They've got the luxury of having, just a lot of, advanced information about what's coming or not coming over at long, as the case may be. 45 seconds. Again, this is the same style that they were employing in Regulation G2. It would be interesting if they tried a round where it's just really quick here, but I guess they don't have a lot of space for it either. Flashes are out. And they're going to go straight through TRK, waiting. He's got some backup there, a bit of crossfire between him and Lucas. Unfortunately, it's a second late. They obviously want to take that fight right when they step into the crossfire, and because Lucas dies in a split second, well, that is never going to be possible then. KNG out here on long, and staying here is really risky. So he's ready for it. Takes the face off of Amanek, who didn't even look like he knew that he was in the line of fire then. Kenny missing a chance. It's Hunter with the one. KNM going down. G2 winning the round, a close one at that.
Oh, man, these are just so stressful, Anders.
It's wild.
It could just break either way. One way looking, I mean, one player looking one way. It's just, all right, let's take a look here. This is Amanek just completely opening this up. Beautiful work on this side. Hunter, that's where it got just a little scary. Yeah, you can see the reaction there.
I mean...
Big round, though. It
was a big round. I feel like they can call on Amanek fairly often to try and get these entries, and he's just gonna go for it. That's an important role. It could be mentally pretty taxing to play.
Well, that was, I mean, very quick long take coming in. 4 players over here, however, 4 MIBR. And is this it, where you just put Kenny S in here and then rotate back off of long, start making some noise in mid, and he is just going to be like your crouching tiger, hidden dragon kind of ninja, just waiting to strike?
It is one of my favorite strats on this map. So, yeah. I've never seen it, so I can't even say.
Get out of here, Anders. I don't know how many times I saw that growing up.
You'd be even more shocked if you knew what else I was wasting my time on when not seeing the classics. Yeah, something like that. It's much worse nowadays, but we'll get into it later. Ooh, missed chance. See, everything about this is exactly what they wanted. We actually talked about the strategy yesterday on DUST2, right? And the whole point is eventually the CTs are just more incentivized to go check what's happening long, right?
Yeah.
But now they know, and that actually puts G2 in a weird position, because what do? Try and rescue Kenny from this position? Looks like he's back for the fight, and KNG is so lucky to be alive. The bomb, though, is over on the other side, and that is really what we should be focused on. 30 seconds. It is all about whether or not they can defend that B bomb site, because otherwise, all of this fight maybe doesn't matter. Oh, niko there for the monster spray down, but Lucas... Some spider senses were tingling. Amanek finds one inside of the smoke, but I still don't know if they could do this, G2. 2 versus 4. The bomb is not down yet. There's only 15 seconds. This is looking like an MIBR round for sure. Amanek trying with a bit of a Molotov there to just push them back. Hunter back for the look, but KNG not missing anything at this point in time, and it will be the round for MIBR. They're at a map point. They just need another one, and we could go to train. 30 kills from KNG as well.
Dude, Lucas, what a hero.
Yeah, that is really, it's probably series saving, isn't it?
Yes. And Kenny, man, just not getting the value. So much invested in that position at long, holding, taking long, leaving him behind there, has to get value, and he doesn't really. And niko, of course, yeah, all you can do is shake your head. Kenny with a tag on Leo, though. Again, these tags, we need kills. Or G2 need kills right now if they want to force a second overtime.
Bring it all, why not? Get the double overtime.
It's so close right now between these teams. It feels like it could happen, for sure.
Out long, covering long along with the bomb. That's maybe fine. Amanek and upper dark. Very much default type setup here. Let's see what they have at G2. What is in the... It's in the long list of strats that they've already been trying. Is there any one of them that they're going to go to early? Oh, yeah, okay. This is really, really well timed. He's going to be, they've just been looking here. Yeah, there should be no way that they're watching it. Big double spray. Oh, this is looking like it's it. Triple for him. He just catches the entire team off guard. Amanek hoping for a quick headshot. He needs one. In fact, there are 2 people on the site, and he is going to go down. niko 1 versus 4. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a third map. It will be on a train. They get it into overtime. Look out! Oh man, that's Leo just losing his mind. I absolutely